All right, so I wanted to just review this test a little bit more. I finally got a chance to sit down and look at it, but I wanted to make a video because it would just be easier to probably go through this more and um, also talk about some things I want to try and do in some future tests where we can identify maybe what's going on a little bit more or why something is or isn't happening. So yeah, in this test, we mostly were looking at insulation keywords, which is good. That's our main keywords, but it's also in our brand name. So that kind of, there's a lot of nuances to how that affects what's going to happen from an on-page, off-page aspect. And so it's good to see those impacts. Okay, so I added some more terms in here, which I'm going to add a few more in a little bit. These are all horrible terms. I was just literally going through and trying to find some kind of different correlations or something. So this is kind of what I found first off. So looking outside of the insulation keywords, um, well, I got a lot of windows open here. Is it this one here? Okay, so one of them I was looking at was CanFoam service, Littlestown PA, or just CanFoam service without the installation. And this one we can see that we do have a page on the site. I'm not sure exactly what services were optimized on the listing, but I think CanFoam, so we have foam here, and okay, so CanFoam actually isn't in the listing description, but there's a page, and I think it's also listed on the home page somewhere. But we could also see that it's pulling multiple of the citations that were built from the custom signals. And that's seems to be impacting this, at least this SERP, to the point where there's this connection, obviously, between this and our main site, because this is the page I believe these are all linking to if we go look at it, because all the citations have, linked to the home page and the NAP and all of that. So we can see that this is obviously ranking for CanFoam service, Littlestown PA. There is a specific page on the site though, so it would have been awesome if we had maybe some specific services or maybe even odd ways of wording keywords that pulled a map pack that we could specifically target just in the custom signals to see how they impact. And even when we look at just CanFoam service Littlestown, we see the same thing. It's pulling the CanFoam page, the home page, and then there's a bunch of other pages. But I believe if we scroll down far enough, somewhere here, let's do Windsor. So there's all of those images. Here's one of the citations. And then is it this one? I believe, yeah, there's more when I was looking at the other SERP, but a bunch of them are hidden because they're just citations with the same description and everything. Anyways, this was the one that I finally found that was somewhat interesting. Soundproofing, Littlestown. So soundproofing, it pulls the homepage of the site. The homepage of the website actually doesn't reference soundproofing at all. I think I even checked the source code and didn't see anything about soundproofing. Yeah, and there's no service pages for soundproofing of any kind. There is references. There's 6 references on the cellulose insulation page. There's 3 references on the fiberglass insulation page, and there's 3 references on the mineral wool insulation page, all just in paragraph or this structured list format. There's no headings or pages or URLs or I don't even believe there's inner links or anything else I found on the site that references soundproofing. And I also didn't find it in the description here either. But we do see that it's pulling the homepage of the website. And then we are seeing listings from our custom signals that are specifically pulling the soundproofing from the page content. If I just do Windsor, is this another one that had more? Maybe I could check. And some of them I think were even changing. Because, yeah, if we look at, like, for example, the CanFoam one here, the listings that are showing here are different than the listings that are showing here and here as well. So I think it's even just filtering out some of these because they are within the SERP from a Panda perspective. They have the same description and everything, but they are indexed. I did check if a bunch were indexed. I think I closed that. But I think it was anywhere from like 50 to 60% ish indexed across citations and a bunch of other things. Really rough checking, just like 50 links or something. But it's definitely unique that soundproofing was pulling the website, the homepage, which again is not. See, we got it right here actually. Windsor insulation, mineral wool. It's pulling the soundproofing. There it is. Excellent soundproofing, mineral wool. And that's this page right here, which funny enough references it 3 times, once in a paragraph, twice in a structured list. And it's not this page, which was twice in a structured list, and then here, and then this page, which has it 6 times, it looks like, throughout the page, twice in a structured list, and 4 times in just paragraphs. So if we had other services, I think I was trying to find like energy efficiency consultation. If I just try maybe energy efficiency service, and see, we have that optimized on the listing as well. So we are showing up number 4 here. And it's pulling actually it's efficient. They have a review that says efficient in there. But if we had things that were within the context of the custom signals, because it's funny too, when I look at the month 1, it didn't reference soundproofing at all. Month 2 had some references to soundproofing. The month 3 content had references to soundproofing. Month 4 content every single month had references to soundproofing, at least in 1, 2, or 5 different listings in the descriptions. And it's not really referenced on the site, but again, we see it ranking for that. So if there was maybe a service that we had referenced in here that even though the site was optimized and the listing was optimized, there was just one service or one exact match term or something, and we were tracking that from the very beginning to end, that can maybe help us draw some conclusions from the correlation in data, before and after and stuff. But I don't know, maybe I should do a write-up, or we could do a write-up on this a little bit more of kind of what we found as we were digging. I think, let me try this SE Pennsylvania, because I think I was trying that one as well. Let's try SE Pennsylvania. Spray foam, and yeah. Check out more businesses. Yeah, if I don't see us there. PA. Well, that was weird. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm in incognito. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I have that example available. But yeah, I was trying to find other terms and ways that we were referencing keywords in the content on the actual custom signals and seeing how they correlated to rankings. So soundproofing was an interesting one. It's referenced very little. CanFoam insulation and CanFoam services, and those like that, cellulose services and installation, blown-in wall systems. They all show rankings as well, but they all have pages on the website as opposed to the soundproofing one. So I thought that was why. Radiant heat barrier system. Can't remember if that was one that I was trying before. Okay, so again, is that okay? So that's actually on the home page. Yep. And so that's again various things that I was trying to find a term that wasn't referenced on the home page, wasn't referenced in the GBP description. Um, and yeah, soundproofing again, it's not in any of those things except for on some of the inner pages. But even here again, we can see, so radiant heat barrier, it's pulling this from the custom signals for Windsor insulation. It's like this keyword is now branded, associated with Windsor insulation. And it's hard to draw too many conclusions just from seeing that. But if we had more maybe correlation data between what was ranking for this in the GeoGrids, like I said, I don't have them added yet. I'm going to add some more. And I'm sure that's probably just like dominating for that term, or maybe not. I don't know. But if we had that from the very beginning, maybe while we can correlate it between the not having the custom signals built and then building them, that would definitely be a much more, will give us a lot more better ways to draw some conclusions on how the custom signals work. Especially if we, again, I still can't find any. SE Pennsylvania is probably the most common geo one that I don't see much reference to elsewhere, except for in here. I don't really know why, if that was just the target keyword. I don't know. That's it. I just wanted to share that. We'd also get another custom signals test going and see what we could find.